Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and we are back in the nuts and the bolts, and things and the stuff. All right, want to do something. Gotta focus. What was I doing? I forgot. I need to make one of these. And I'm sure you guys gave comments, but like I said at the end of the last video, I'm kind of watching this, or kind of recording this right after the last one. So let's see. Alright. See if I can do this. Okay. And here. And bing, bing, bang, a boom. There. Now holding this. There we go. Melter. A device that uses energy of ember to melt down metals. The melter will accept ember power in its lowest half and raw metal items or ores in the upper half. When powered, if the items in its upper half are able to be melted, the melter will gradually melt each one down into a liquid form, which can be pumped out. You can drop items in the top, pump them in using a hopper or an item pipe, or place them in by hand. Okay. Nope. Okay, is this not going to tell me what this does? Okay, so this is how the book works. I'm sure. So we're just going to keep that thing there. Can I click on this thing now? No, I just... Okay. Alright, so we need power. Now we got to figure out what makes power. Let's look at this too. What was it? This guy? No, what was the basic cell? So it's these around seared brick, okay. Iron and then a copper block. And I believe, I'm guessing this is to hold power. And then we have iron pipes, item pipes. So are the iron pipes the power? And then items, obviously, item, what about liquid? Item pump, mechanical pump, or is this liquid? I don't know how to get power into it. Okay. Alright, so let's see. The thing is, though, we're going to need, you know what? Okay, oh no, okay. I want to make a hammer, and, go away. Let's see something real quick. And I'm just having kind of a brain fart here. Tinker's hammer. So I obviously can't make these. Can I make a stone one? No, I can't. Alright, so some of these I can melt. I can't put it together without the thing. So it doesn't really matter. Oh, Wood Farms was in this. I'd like to get into that. Oh, jackhammer. That seems fun. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm getting a feeling that... Okay, I didn't sleep between episodes. I'm getting a feeling that we need to get those embers, which we were looking for at the beginning of the last episode. So I'm a little bit concerned that we may need to go mining. Now we got 11 diamonds. We have enough to be able to use to make another pickaxe. Just to have. So, there's a lot of times in a lot of series over a lot of years that everybody's like, no, do mining. I don't mind it. It's very relaxing and stuff. And, alright. You were warned. That's all I got to say. I didn't want to do this. For anybody who's like, oh God, is he going to mine on camera? But just remember, this is not my idea. Alright, so we got 29 torches. I'm really not seeing anything in here. We got some lapis right there. Some uranium. I can get that. Let's get that while we're here. Okay. An andesite. I mean, hopefully, I mean, it said, I mean, let's look at that quest again. Okay. Deep within the earth, an intangible energy permeates the bedrock. That bedrock makes you feel like it's low. Construct something to harness this energy. So I figure if I can get 4 of these, that hopefully it'll kind of get us started in this Embers mod and be a little bit more explainy. But I don't know. Now, I don't have any. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. So you know, obviously level 12 wouldn't be the place. So maybe it is this low. Getting a little bit of gravel doesn't hurt, to be honest with you. Alright. Still haven't seen any. Oh, I'm just here. Okay, and I'm sure I'm like a lot of you guys. If I'm just sitting here playing, and like a lot of time I'll have, if I'm, you know, if say Heather's at work, I have regular TV, like cable TV, hooked up to my 3rd monitor, and so I'll just, you know, put on. I have a DVR set up to the whole thing, so I'll just sit around and you know, catch up on shows that I recorded and whatnot. You know, maybe watch something like on Netflix or whatever every once in a while. And then I don't mind mining. Like, mining is fine, you know, just kind of... I think I get more frustrated with my inventory getting full than I do with the actual act of mining. But, I don't know, for some reason when I get on camera, it's like, for every real 5 seconds of mining, I feel like you guys are watching, like, an hour of mining and are bored and are just leaving in groves. So, but it's called Minecraft, not off-camera craft. So here we go. We're mining, but we've gone, I mean, a pretty decent distance, and I have yet to find even one of these things. Now I don't know if I'm at the wrong level. Let's look this up real quick. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it's not telling me, like, level. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's an ore we have to melt. It looks, I'm guessing it's like lapis or diamonds, where when we find it, we break it. And then... It didn't say anything about... It said, you know, deep within the earth, you know, so this is pretty deep. It made reference to bedrock. That's why I'm down this low. You know, you can see why I don't really mine down here normally, because we're not, you know, finding anything else. Just uranium. Uranium and a little bit of lapis is all we found. Maybe we're just in bad luck. I don't know how the rarity of this stuff is. So I'm hoping to at least find some to at least know that I'm on the right track. I think I've only played one other pack that I can think of to where I got kind of close to the Embers thing, and it was a stream pack. It was a Tegan's Kitchen sink pack, but honestly, I didn't get the far into it. Okay, so there's some coal down here. I don't have vein miner, right? Okay. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But that would make it fun and easy. God forbid that's in here. Alright. I do apologize if this ends up being a strip mining episode. But, you know, let me think. What can we get chit-chatty about? Maybe that's what we'll do. I'm trying to think if there's any funny stories. I don't think I can tell that story. That's not appropriate for here. I don't know. I get a feeling that most of you know quite a bit about me, like in general. So, and I honestly, I don't know why anybody would. I mean, you know, I get it if you're like, oh, this guy makes funny fart jokes. Okay, cool, we'll watch him. But you know, 40 years old. That's a whole thing. Oh God, if you can find a way to avoid doing that, oh, do that. Oh man, oh, I get winded standing up out of a chair. Sometimes I have to sit back down. Like, it's a whole thing. Ugh. That is my girlfriend. I think that's probably pretty well known. What else? What else? What else? Just moved into a new house a couple months ago. For any of you guys that may not know, I know a lot of guys who come to, a lot of people who come to the stream may know that because you know my background changed. But speaking of which, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I do the intro, the outros at the end, and I rattle off all of this goofy stuff that you know, for you guys to go check out. And you know what? I get it. A lot of you don't, but I want to take this moment, because we're getting kind of near the beginning of the month, to kind of God, we're finding nothing down here. To kind of talk about the our Patreon. And I think a lot of people may not be that familiar with what it is. And if you are and you know what it is, then, you know, hang tight. This conversation will be about as exciting as this. See, I'm hearing lava. Maybe it's around lava. It's called an ember. God, this diamond pick is almost gone. Alright, I'm getting tired of being in here. Let's do this real quick. Anyways, so basically, for anybody who might be curious, the Patreon server, the whole Patreon thing. Patreon is basically a website that was set up for people to support artists. So initially it was a lot of people who, you know, painted or drew pictures or made music or basically did stuff that probably isn't something that's the easiest to have being a job, something that, see how much of this stuff I've mined out, and you know, let's actually grab this clay. That's pretty much what the website's for. It's something to where you can support different artists, musicians, whatever else, and then usually when you pledge, you know, you pledge, you know, they have different tiers at different denominations. And when you pledge, you get rewards. So you get... God, I do not remember mining all this. This is, by the way, over many episodes. Or in between many, many episodes. This is why we kept running out of iron. Because I didn't want to use all my diamonds. So I just made iron pickaxes and did this. Anyways. So a while back, myself and the squad set up our Patreon. And... so, oh, there's another diamond. Give me that. Oh, I missed that. And then, so basically, here's kind of the rundown. And just as a little, like, kind of precursor, you need to understand that this is my job. Playing Minecraft is my job. It's the dumbest job on the planet. Where's all this cobble coming from? Where's all this cobble coming from? I don't see any cobble, but our inventory is filling up with cobble. Super weird. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, for some reason it's invisible. This must have been the last place that I mined, and my inventory was full, but I kept mining, and it was all the cobble stuff, so... okay, that was creepy as hell, so... alright, see, I'm not seeing any of these ember things in here. Anyways, so basically, and once again, this is, if it's something you're interested in, something you can do, something you're willing to do, don't feel bad. I don't want anybody to feel bad because they can't help, or, you know, you're 12 and don't have a job, but, you know, just if it's something that you can do to help support, it is much appreciated. But basically what it is, there's a $5 tier. This is a monthly thing, so every month you get charged whatever the pledge amount is. And for the $5 tier, it's just kind of like a thank you. And for any of you guys that follow me on Twitter, you can see that once a month I send out tweets pretty much thanking everybody. Everybody from $5 tier and up. $10 tier, you guys have seen my thank you videos. This video actually comes out on it's Tuesday for you guys, so about 3 or 4 days ago you probably saw a Patreon thank you video, and that's exactly what it sounds like. It's me thanking the Patreons. That's at the $10 tier. So the $10 tier, you get, you know, kind of the shout out in the video, and you always get whatever level was below it. So at $10, you get the shout out in the video and the thank you on Twitter. Okay. There's a $15 tier, which you get everything from the 5 and 10, and that one, besides giving you all that stuff, also gives you on my stream, I have panels below my streams. Let's head home real quick. I have panels below my streams that basically for the entire month I put people's names on there that are at the $15 tier as a thank you there, plus the video, plus the thing, plus on my startup screen for the that spider sound scared me, plus the startup screen for my streams also has a thank you for that. Then there's a $20 tier, which you get everything from the prior tiers, and $20 basically gets you on the server. The server's open 24/7 unless we break it, so you know that happens. And then there's people on there all the time because between everybody in the squad, like combined, we have probably about 100 Patreons total. I'm ballparking there. And so we have people from all across the U.S., Canada, Australia, Denmark, England, Scotland, Bermuda, Australia, New Zealand, everything I might have said. Technically kind of Israel. Not Russia, Alex. And anyway, so there's always people around. And then if you're my Patreon, then you know, you get access to, because we have claimed land where we can build and hang out and do all kinds of stuff. And then, you know, let's go down a little bit more because we're almost done with this episode. I haven't accomplished anything. Let's go like here and go from here and see what we can find. There's gold. That's a good sign. All right. So, yeah, so I have my own land where we usually like have a theme. Like right now we're doing the suburbs, so you know, you can pick out a plot and, you know, build a house and, you know, work together on getting materials and stuff, and it's pretty cool. And then, you know, Heather has her own spot with her Patreons and whatnot, and of course you can go visit everybody and everything like that. And then if you don't want to build on the same land, you can go out and show us your building skills and build a giant castle or an entire city or whatever you want off on your own land that you can claim. And yeah, it's open 24/7. You can chit chat with people in game chat and everything, and it's super cool. And then the last tier is a $25 tier, which gives you every single thing I talked about. So the tweet, the thank you video, the panels on Twitch, access to the server, and then it also adds in our Discord, which is everybody who's at that level, plus everybody in the squad, plus other, I gotta go get more food, plus, you know, other squad adjacent people are part of it, you know, Fitz and Teddy and everybody like that is in it. And basically everybody just hangs out, and it's actually pretty cool because one of the things is we've had a lot of people who have become really good friends in the Patreon, met people. We have a lot of people. We love seeing that people have, you know, joined and like started YouTube channels and started recording with, you know, became friends and started recording with some of the other Patreons. I've started doing streaming and hanging out with some of the other Patreons, you know, in their streams, or streaming together. A lot of really cool stuff. And that's the great part is like, you know, I read all the comments, and a lot of time it's why do I hear a chicken and a sheep? Oh, because I'm not that far down, that's why. Yeah. This is where I want to be. This is where I thought I was. But yeah, all kinds of people hanging out. There's been a couple of relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends that have sprouted from that. Good friendships. Arch rivalries, you know, so if you're looking for an arch rival, you know, there you go. What's this? Malachite. Okay, I don't need that. Yeah, but all kinds of people become like actually really good, like real world friends. And it's just I know this is cliche because every single person who does anything online that has any sort of fan base is always going to say, I'm telling you guys right now, we have the best community. My opinion is we have the best community. We have really awesome people that hang out, super funny people. When you hang out with us, hey, when you hang out with the squad, you know that we're friends when we treat you like crap like we treat each other. And trust me, I'm sure a couple of the Patreons are going to chime up in the comments here. Yeah, we're going to mess with you. It's going to be a good time. You could get a nickname that you won't like. Who knows? But it's really kind of a cool thing. And then you know, one of the biggest things is it's a way that you guys can help us keep doing what we're doing. I get paid from YouTube. I'm not buying a Learjet. I'm not buying a mansion on a hill with that. Trust me. Any of you guys that have ever done any sort of monetary from YouTube, you know that. And really the only other ways that I can feed the kids and pay the rent and do all that stuff is streaming with very generous people who donate and, you know, subscribe and give bits and all that cool stuff. And people are Patreons. And, like, I'm not exaggerating. Without the Patreons, I don't know if I could do this anymore. Because I don't think I'd be able to afford things. It was rough there for a while. There was a point there where this was really, really rough. And, you know, I'm not saying that without the Patreons I would quit everything. But I will say that I would probably have to go get a normal job. If I have a normal job, I'm not putting out 3 videos a day. I can't. I'd be lucky to put out 1 a day. I'm not streaming every weekend. You know, I won't have the time, the energy. You know, mind you, still have a girlfriend, still have kids, responsibilities, all that stuff. So yeah, I would just straight up wouldn't have the time. But like I said, the Patreons basically supplement things to where I can make videos for you guys. So when it comes down to it, if you like my stuff, like my content, if you like the squad's content, if you like our streams, if you like all those things, if you see any of those Patreons, give them a little bit of pat on the back. Because like I said, it's because of them that we can keep doing this. And we can put out, I'm not any way, shape, or form going to say quality content, but this pretty much 3rd grade joke book of stuff that we make literally couldn't be done without those guys. And you know, if you want, and if you can't, you know, it's not anything. You guys watching is enough. But you know, if it's something that you're interested in, if it's something that sounds fun to you, we want to make sure it's fun for you guys. If it sounds cool to meet other people, to meet us, to hang out, to chit chat, I'll tell you right now, a lot of people join and they're like, oh wow, I'm talking to, you know, somebody watching YouTube for years and stuff. That lasts for about 4 minutes, and then I'll jump into calls now and be like, hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing? They'll be like, oh hey Modi. Anyway, so what I was saying, I was like, I'll leave. Like, they're just as excited to be hanging out with each other, and that I'm fine with that. That is super, super cool. So maybe that gives you guys a little bit more information than my just screaming at the end of the episode. Check out the Patreon link. It does things. So, you know, and like I said, I know it's not in everybody's price range, and don't feel bad if you can't. And I hope you don't feel bad because you want to and you can't, you know, down the road. But, you know, and it charges every month, but you can cancel at any time. Once you pay for a month, you get that whole month. So even if you wanted to just try it out for a month, see if it's something for you. There have been people who came and it wasn't their cup of tea. They didn't have the time to really get their money's worth, they felt like, or whatever. You know, the mystique of talking to us wore off and they just weren't into it, and that's fine. You know, but it's a really cool place, and I love talking to you guys, like physically talking to you. I hate typing. Talking to you guys and you know, putting a voice to the names, the online names, and getting to know a lot of really cool people. So you know, check out the link. You know, I kind of gave you the rundown. If it's something you want to do, awesome. It does charge you right when you become a Patreon. So let's say you became a Patreon on like the last day of the month. It would charge you full price for that last day. And this has nothing to do with us. This is how the Patreon website works. We have no control over this. If we did, it wouldn't do that. But so generally we say, you know, for the best value, would be to become a Patreon on the first of a month. So it's August right now. I think it's still August for you guys. Yeah, it should be. So September 1st, if you become a Patreon on that day, you get the whole month. And then at any time during the month, you can cancel, and you'll still get all of September. It just won't charge you in October. So, all right, guys, wait. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't that exciting. Me kind of rambling on. I really, it's not, I don't feel it's shameless self-promotion, because it is something that I want all of you guys to be able to kind of do and hang out and experience. And, you know, so hopefully this gave you a little bit more information. So, and if you have any questions about that, or like the Spreadshirt Shop or Aim to Game or any of that stuff, Aim to Game is a little tricky because I don't run it, I don't control it, so that those questions would be better at the help center on the Aim to Game website. But any of that stuff, you know, leave in the comments, and, you know, questions like that, you know, questions like, Modi, you're a butt. I don't generally have a response to that. I mean, what's my response? Yep. You know, but I'll try and do my best to answer any questions, and the websites help out a lot too. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap things up there. I'll give you a nice slow outro. You know about the Patreon, go check it out. You guys know about the Spreadshirt Shop. I'm hopefully going to have new designs going there. Check that out. You guys know, Aim to Game. You guys have been great support in that, and thank you guys all very much for that. Go check out the Aim to Game website using our link, even if you're not getting anything, just so that you use it as a habit. And if you do get something, make sure you use our link, because that helps us very much. And make sure, now we have a lot of people who get those servers and they don't use the coupon codes. And they use our link, so they're obviously seeing it from our video. Why do you hate money? Go save yourself some money. That's what they're there for. So, but go check that out. And until the next episode of I don't know what the hell I'm doing, where I'm going to mine my butt off and try and figure out where these embers are, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!